Analyst, the EU expert Klaus Jurgens. Klaus, that global compact that the government is still refusing to sign, it basically says that migrants and refugees should have access to basic services and be treated humanely. If the Greens in coalition can't get Kurz to sign that document, are they basically not really a meaningful partner in the government?
Well, hello, greetings, thanks for having me. Migration was one of the key issues in the pre-coalition phase, actually, and the Greens made it very clear that they have a very clear viewpoint on this. Sebastian Kurz always said, I foresee three critical issues before we can form a coalition. One was migration, the second one was climate change, and the third one was the economy. I think the Greens are playing it cool. They are about to say, maybe we move a little bit on this issue as long as we get stopping of large-scale infrastructure projects, which they say are no longer sustainable, and as long as we agree on climate change. I think there is still some bickering and discussion going on behind closed doors.
Yes, I understand that at least they have been able to get some sort of deals done on tax and also the environment. So we'll see what happens with migration. But it just seems a very unnatural partnership for the Green Party to be in coalition with Sebastian Kurz and his right-wing way of thinking. How much were you surprised by the fact that the Greens said, yes, let's do it?
Well, if I'm really honest, I was not surprised at all. I think the Greens have transformed itself from an anti-establishment party to basically a different type of establishment party, which culminated in the past when Joschka Fischer in Germany became a Green foreign minister. And then they even took on board the Länder leadership in Baden-Württemberg. So the Greens are no longer anti-establishment. The Greens have come to terms with it. If we want to get our views across, at least some of them, we have to engage in realpolitik. And realpolitik means going into coalition, ideally on national level. The Greens, when they were set up decades ago, were, as you very well know, a kind of agricultural preservation movement, which only then had a left wing, which became the real anti-establishment. Basically, the Greens were always rather conservative. To protect the environment means to be conservative and not to engage in huge infrastructure or industrial developments. I was not surprised at all. I only said, look, have they woken up? Do they really want to govern? Are they able to engage in a compromise? And unfortunately for the Greens, it is Sebastian Kurz's ÖVP, the New People's Party, who is actually in the driving seat due to the election result. As I've said, we will see. I think it is very, very interesting times ahead. I hope, as we say in the German language, the Greens are not being pulled over the table, but become a reliable but very outspoken partner as well.
Klaus, we've only got about 50 seconds left. What do the Greens feel about the European Union? Because Sebastian Kurz is not a huge fan of the group.
The Greens, as far as I understand and my contacts say, we are in favor, maybe not of an ever closer union post-Brexit, but definitely of the European Union. After all, it was the Greens in the European Parliament who became a true force, sometimes for the good, sometimes for the bad. Let us remember the former rapporteur for Turkey-EU relations. I think the Greens want to have a wider exposure on the European platform. The European Parliament is a very good stage for green issues. So I think this could be another thorny issue. How far could EU integration go?
Klaus, thank you so much. Always appreciate you appearing on TRT World.